Welcome back, all you lovely people here. I hope you're doing well and you've practiced whatever we have done till now in admission of a new partner. That is treatment of goodwill, change in profit sharing ratio, and also revaluation of assets and liabilities. Alright? Now this is another segment, another subtopic, which is treatment of reserves and accumulated profits or losses or unwritten off expenditures. There are certain adjustments you will have to make. Alright? And let us see what are those adjustments. Now, what are reserves? Meaning, suppose a firm has general reserve. We have done this in partnership fundamentals. We create reserves out of the profits. Yes? प्रॉफिट्स हो गया है तो उसको क्या करते हैं, थोड़ा अलग अलग देते हैं, पार्टनर्स को दे देंगे तो वो पार्टनर्स के अकाउंट में चला गया. बट वी वांट समथिंग फॉर द बिजनेस आल्सो. Yes, the growth and development and expansion of business, and for that we keep aside reserves. Basically, reserves are coming out of profits of the firm, which otherwise would have gone to the partners in their profit sharing ratio. तो है तो ये भी partners का ही, and which partners? The old partners, isn't it? So basically, rightfully, the old partners only should have a claim on it. तो जो भी reserves है वो partners का है. Now a new partner is going to come. He will have a share in his business, and therefore he will also have an automatic share of the reserves created by the old partners. Isn't it? Is it fair enough? Old partners have accumulated reserves. उन्होंने खजाना बनाया है, आपको अचानक से आके बोलता मेरा भी उसमें हक है, हिस्सा है. Not fair. Therefore, what do? We distribute the old reserves to the old partners. अच्छा तुमने बनाया, okay, तुम ले लो, कुछ नहीं है, अभी zero है. New partner joins in, old partners are also there. Now you can create the reserve together. Alright? This is one treatment. Another treatment was adjusting the reserves when a new partner comes in. But for examination 2020-21, meaning that the candidates will be appearing in 2021, for them this single adjustment entry has been deleted from the syllabus. So right now we are not going to discuss that. Right now we are here to discuss the first method where reserves are distributed to the old partners because it is of the old partners. So old partners will get a share of this. What will be the journal entry for this? For distribution of reserves. Reserves or having a credit balance, to close it we debit it. So if we have, say, general reserve, debit, reserve fund, debit. We can also have a credit balance in profit and loss account. A credit balance, debit. Now what is a credit balance is PL? In the PL account, it means that certain amount of profit has not been distributed. That is also of the partners. Therefore, all of this is debited. Whatever amount will come, that will be credited to the old partners' capital or current account, depending on the method. Now, individually, of course, this will be in the old ratio. Because जिस ratio में तुमने sacrifice करके you created the reserve, in that same ratio you are supposed to get it back. Correct? So this will be in the old ratio. Suppose there were partners A and B. So this will be to A's capital account or to B's capital account, or a fixed method then current account. Clear? So reserves distribute हो गए, partners खुश, मिल गया. Now what if there would have been a loss or an expense or a huge expenditure which is not yet written off, and now the new partner joins? The new partner will have to bear the share of that also. Accumulated loss also. Why should the new partner bear? Who is responsible for that loss? old partners. So let the old partners bear the loss, isn't it? So here we have for distribution of losses or unwritten off expenses. You all know that we have deferred revenue expenditure, advertisement suspense account, profit and loss account, debit balance, not yet written off. Write it off. All these will have a debit balance. To write it off, you will credit them. And whose account should be debit? The partners. The partners should take their share of the losses home, the old partners, so that when the new partner comes, account clear एकदम. हम कोई profit कोई loss पे नहीं है, equal playing ground है. Let us now create a new chapter. So here we will have the old partners capital or current accounts debited individually in the old ratio. To say we have profit and loss debit balance, okay? We have advertisement suspense that we close. Any other deferred revenue expenditure, anything, that also we credit. So anything that the partners should have been debited with, not have been debited yet, abhi debit kar do. Baat khatam. This is what is the treatment of reserves and accumulated profits and losses. Okay, this is just for the warm up, yes. We have other reserves also. Now here we were talking about free reserves. There is no liability against it. There are other reserves which are called specific reserves that we will take up in the next video. Right now we are just talking about the free reserves, how they are written off, and if at all there are any expenses, that also. We'll take a small sum on that. The sum reads as, this is question number 44 of BK Goodwill. A, B, C are partners, profit sharing ratio was 2:2:1, and on 1st April 2017, they admit Z for 1/4 share. Following items appear in the balance sheet on 31st March 17, meaning just before the date of admission. General reserve, workmen's compensation reserve, profit and loss credit balance, and advertisement suspense account 25,000. Pass necessary journal entries. Now, these things are all subtopics. In a bigger sum, as we did in the last video, the whole sum, these will be subparts. So, whether said or not, reserves have to be distributed. Okay, it might not be said that reserve itna hai, distribute kar do. It is automatically understood that you have to distribute the reserves, and you have to write off the accumulated losses or written off unwritten off expenses like advertisement suspense. ये करना ही है. So there are few things which the partner should get, meaning reserves, general reserve का share मिलना चाहिए, credit होना चाहिए. Workmen's compensation reserve. Workmen's compensation reserve is a specific reserve created to compensate the worker if at all he meets with some accident, कुछ claim हो जाता है, तो उसको पैसे देने पड़ते हैं. That is what is we. That is why we create workmen's compensation reserve. If nothing is given in the sum, no liability against it, कि हाँ इतना payment करना है, that means it's a free reserve. No workmen's the liability is not there, therefore no claim is there, therefore this is a free reserve. Otherwise, ये एक specific reserve created for a special purpose, cannot be distributed just like that if at all there is a claim. But we'll come to that later in our next video. तो फिलहाल के लिए ये समझ लो कि ये भी एक फ्री रिजर्व है, just like general reserve. Profit and loss credit balance है, positive balance है. That all of that should be going to the old partners. So here, first entry should be general reserve account debit, workmen's compensation reserve account debit, their respective amounts 1,50,000, 40, and we have profit and loss account, its credit balance, so we will debit it. So here we have 1,00,000, 2,50,000 we have totally. We have to give. Advertisement suspense I am not taking here because that I have to charge them, debit them. So credits वाला सारा एक साथ. 2, Who are the old partners? A. So A's capital, B's capital, C's capital account. All of this should go to them in which ratio? Old ratio. Okay? Nothing to do with sacrifice ratio. So 2:2:1 is the old ratio. So if I divide 2,50,000 by 5 is 50,000. So it is 50,000 to C, 1 lakh to A and B respectively. 2,50,000 gone. So this entire thing you have distributed equally in their old ratio. Obviously it's a combined entry. ऐसे भी कर सकते general reserve to ABC, workman's compensation reserve to ABC. These are three combined entries. Why will you do it separately? All we have to give. What we have to take, of course, has to be done separately. Now we debit A's capital account, B's capital account, C's capital account, debit in their old ratio. And what do I debit? To advertisement suspense account. How much is advertisement suspense? 25,000. 25,000 will be distributed again in the old ratio, 2:2:1. So 1, 5,000, 10,000, 10,000. Each one will bear in their profit sharing ratio. तो हो गया, reserves मिल गया partners को, advertisement suspense debit हो गया. Now the new partner cannot complain that I had to bear, a share in advertisement suspense which happened before my entry. Nor can the old partners say, "अरे ये तो आ गया, हमारे reserves का share ले लिया," because the shares we have got. So now everyone is at a level playing ground. Everyone is happy, the old partner and the new partner. Chapter over, happy ending. So take care, practice sums like that, and we'll get to do more on reserves in the coming videos. Thank you so much, children, for watching. Please like my video if you liked it. Okay, bye-bye.